we proceed with the conversation, I'd love to mention CTAM Technologies. Actually, they have the best softwares, they have the best computer hardwares, and even security solutions. So you can actually reach out to them. That said, I would love to ask you a very interesting, I would love to get your perspective. You know, especially for the man, okay, what challenges do you think men face, but most of them are not willing to speak about them?
Okay. So being an African society,
yeah,
you see the man is always taught to be the tough one. You're not supposed to scream out your problems to other people or cry that maybe you're being harassed by your better half or something of the sort. Even a man is not supposed to come out clearly and say that maybe they're facing depression or something of the sort, because that will be taken to be some sign of weakness.
Okay.
But I think with the current society, the man, or should I say the boy child, is constantly under pressure to be at the top. So for you to date, especially in Nairobi, you're supposed to be able to provide for yourself. And being in Kenya and the current condition of unemployment, you can see it's a bit hard for someone to be able to provide for himself. But now the fact that you want to date, you're also supposed to provide for
your girlfriend as well. Is it like a must?
No, okay, it's not a must, but the way society has put it now, the lady will come like knowing that you're the man, you're the head of the house. You're supposed to do this and this and this and this. Supposed to provide for my salon, supposed to do my nails.
As long as you're dating, you have to do that. As a man.
As a man, you're supposed to do that. Now you see, if someone complains, he'll be taken like, okay, some may say that this guy is a sissy. You're not a true man.
And all that,
you're stingy. You just wanted to do some. Okay, there's an association. I don't know if it's a real association or it's just a joke. Stingy Men Association.
Yeah, I've actually heard of it. Yeah.
I think the men also decided to come together so that they can also be heard.
Yeah, save the boy child.
It's not just about the man providing for the lady. Because usually the ladies usually talk about gender equality. Yeah. And usually say that what a man can do, a lady can do even better. So why can the lady also provide for the man?
You're comfortable if, let me say, you've taken out your girl and then she pays the bill. Are you comfortable with it?
Yeah, I'm okay. If I'm not doing well at that moment, if she decides to pay the bills, it's okay.
We'll be extremely happy.
But I rarely allow that. Being a lawyer man.
You feel like, no. This is so... okay.
I can do that.
Any other challenge apart from it, facing the man?
Facing what?
The man or the boy child,
mostly, I think, like most of the problems which usually affect the man, the starting point is usually financial constraints.
I get it.
Because even problems like depression, most of them come from financial constraints. You see, like maybe you have gone for around 3 months, you haven't paid your rent. The caretaker is always on your door. You might find even some are very abusive.
Yeah. Have you been in that space?
For me, not really.
To a point where it took you to a depression?
Not really, not really.
You managed to surpass it?
I think the way I've been brought up and some of my mentors have always taught me how to steer clear of such like situations.
I get it.
So you see it from afar and you find a way of avoiding it.
Yeah. Let me ask you, in a society, like let me say the way you're living here in Kenya, young people nowadays, both men and women, we're in a space where we believe like, I cannot be employed and just have one job. I need to look for other side hustles. What's your take on that? Do you feel as if it's a beneficial thing? Should all of us engage in it, or someone should just focus on one thing?
Actually, for me, I think everyone should just focus on not just a single job, or the 8 to 5 job.
Okay.
You should also have some different side hustle. So long as something is adding some extra cash
Yeah.
in your account, just do it. Like, for example, I can take an example of myself. Having gone to campus and we had lots and lots of strikes. Actually, there's a time where we were sent home for almost a whole year, a whole academic year. We were just at home.
Yeah.
So you see, if someone isn't proactive, you may just stay at home, watch movies as you wait to go back to campus.
Yeah, true.
And you see that you will have wasted that whole year. So for me, I decided that, okay, since I'm at home, and okay, there's internet, I have a laptop, I also have some friends who are good in some different things. I took that as a good time to go and also learn some other things.
Okay.
So I joined my friend at Roysambu. He taught me a bit of coding. We did a mobile app, and actually it was that strike was a blessing in disguise, because that mobile app gave us a lot of money.
Wow.
We were able to get some good returns from it, and also learn a lot of things.
Is it still running, the mobile app?
Yeah, it's still running.
Okay.
But actually at the moment it isn't that monetized, because we diversified our hustles. So that was just for that period, but it helped a lot.
I heard you mention about you guys preparing in June your friend's wedding, right? So being a young person, I know right now you're working, and parents, the first thing parents will expect is, or they'll start asking you, hey, Hillary, I think you need to bring someone home, you need to get married. How has it been for you? Have they asked you? Have they pressured you to get married? Or they're like, no, my son, just be on your own?
Definitely. Actually, the pressure usually starts immediately on your graduation day.
What?
After graduation.
But you're still young at that time.
No.
Not even working.
You have graduated.
Okay.
You see, like for our parents, most of them met their spouses back at campus. Most of them. Even some of us, or some of our brothers and sisters were born while their parents are still in campus.
Yeah.
So the expectation is, after you're done with your campus education, you're supposed to move on to the next stage in life. And the next stage is getting married and starting a family.
True.
So the pressure is always there. But you have to find a way of managing them.
Okay. So you feel like, maybe say you've been pressured, but you feel like for you know your timing. You wouldn't fall into it because your parents are saying, do this and this.
So just tell them that there are some things which I'm working on first of all. I just need to put them in place before I can now start on this other thing. So they understood me. Said, okay, you can just finish with what you had started earlier on.
Yeah.
And then when you're done and you're comfortable now, you're good to start a family, you have our blessings.
There's this idea of black tax, whereby, I think you know about it, right?
Yeah.
I was having a discussion with a friend of mine, and then he was trying to tell me how the time, because he had gotten a job, so the father was like, you have to start paying fees for your siblings, and then the guy was like, no, Dad, black tax has to end with you, with your generation. What's your perspective about black tax?
Well, I think it depends with the household or the type of family, and also how that person is doing. If you're doing well, you're doing extremely well, and like back at home, maybe there are some bit of challenges, and you're in a position to help out, why not? You can go ahead and help out. But now, I think there are some situations whereby maybe the extended family, the relatives might want to exploit that now.
Yeah, true.
And even come for you for things which, like, they're not really necessary, or they are in a position to help themselves, but they just want to come and exploit you. I think that's bad. But if there are some genuine concerns, and you're in a position to help out,
then it's okay. Being an ambitious guy, where do you see yourself in politics? Because I know you love politics. Do you have any plans with it, or It was just a campus moment. Because actually, take us through your camp. I know you're in politics. What about it?
Actually, there's one thing about politics. Politics is usually very, very addictive.
Like a drug?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can say that from the campus politics perspective. Even if a person is winning or losing, there's just some sort of euphoria which comes with the campaigns and the political period. It usually makes one like you just enjoy it. That's why you can see like there's some guys who have always been campaigning. They are not winning. They're spending cash, but come next time, they're still there. They're still there. They're still there.
Yeah.
So politics is a bit, it's a bit addictive. So for me, I don't want to preempt anything at the moment, but I think we'll just cross the bridge when we reach there. At the moment, I'm still working on my career.
Okay.
Because you know, like the politics, the nationwide politics are a bit expensive. It's not a cheap venture. So you need to have very, very deep pockets before you can think of engaging in the politics. So at the moment, I need to work on my career first. Be a bit stable, and then maybe you can think about it later on.
Okay. What probably maybe I've left something that I haven't mentioned or asked you. What is that thing? Let me say you would love to talk about that I haven't asked.
Something that I love to talk about that
I haven't mentioned or asked you.
Okay. I have an uncle who has been a mentor to us for the past 1 year. And there are some things which he has been teaching us. And one of them is always being positive thinking. I know there are some verses in the Bible which usually say that what you profess is what
you possess.
What you possess, exactly. So our words and our thoughts usually have power. Because this guy was telling us, actually, he wasn't privileged or something. He just worked hard enough. And he kept on telling me that whenever he went to an interview, he was always positive. This job is mine, this job is mine, this job is mine. He proclaimed it, and it always worked out for him. So he was telling us that whenever you're facing any challenges in life, never dwell on the negative. Even though some bad things or some negative things have happened to you in the past, you just forget about them and always focus on the positive things and always profess good things in your life, and they'll always come to pass. So I've been going with his principles, and actually I've seen things working out. There are some times when you feel like you're a bit financially constrained. As I told you, the effects of COVID. Actually, we haven't been doing much projects at the moment. And some of the projects we start and they just die a sudden death along the way. So you see, you might have to change some bit of your lifestyle so that you can suit the prevailing conditions in the country economically. So definitely, most people have been going through some bit of financial constraints and some bit of challenges. That's why I was telling you that within this period, the rate of depression has gone a little bit higher due to financial constraints. So he taught us to remain positive. And there are some times when maybe he needed some cash to do one or two things, maybe to fix the car or something. And at that moment, I didn't have the cash. So I didn't stress over it. I just prayed to God and I believed. He always told us, you believe, you need to believe for it to happen.
True.
And don't think negatively about anything. Even if you're traveling, you're not supposed to be thinking like, oh, well, this place is a black spot, we might get an accident. No, because the thoughts also have power. They might influence the physical things. Because he told us, anything that happens physically has happened in the spiritual world first before coming to be manifested physically in the world. So when you always keep your mind positive, no matter the situations that you are going through at the moment, definitely you will always come out victorious and will enjoy life. We need to always be happy, no matter the prevailing situations. Whether you don't have the rent, or whether you don't have the food, the money for food, or you also have some other challenges facing you at the moment. Just try to remain as positive as possible. And never talk negatively about anything. There's some guys usually like joking about sijui utakufa, sijui kufanya hii, sijui nini. And we're told that even though someone is trying to make a joke about it, you're supposed to denounce that, because
no, the words of power.
You don't know the spirit behind that. So everything, just remain positive, positivity, and then you'll just manifest great things in your life.
I get it.
So I've been working on those principles, and I think maybe I'll have some great news to share before the year ends.
Wow.
I'm working on some few projects.
Once you're done, I'll call you back, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, when you told me about how words have power, you remind me, there's a time, you know, the way you go to the market, I'd gone to Gikosh. So going there, there's this guy, you know, the way you're just passing, there's a trench over here, so you're passing. So while passing there, I think I either blocked him or I was walking in a very slow manner. So this guy approaches me and then he's like, utakufa wewe. I'm like, why are you telling me I'll die? You see, and then he's insisting. I'm like, I'll not die. Because I knew the power in those words, and I'm like, for me, who are you to dictate life about me?
Exactly.
So for me, I was telling him, actually, because umesema nitakufa, wewe nitakufuata wa kwanza. And it's like, oh, shindwe, nini. I was like, for me, I don't care. What I know is, you cannot curse me before my time is, you know.
Exactly.
So as we wind up, what is that thing that you'd love to say or to encourage? You could definitely, for me, I always say, you don't need to encourage 20 people. Maybe there's that one person that you might talk to, and you might actually transform the life of that person. Okay, so what's your parting shot?
Okay. So for me, you know, like at the moment, most of the youths are facing challenges, especially here in Nairobi. You know, surviving in Nairobi isn't that easy.
Yeah.
So what I can tell them is there are lots of opportunities, especially at this digitized age. If you have the internet, if you can get access to a smartphone and a laptop, I think there are a lot of things which you can learn on the internet, and they can help you financially. Let's say, for example, you can, if you have a stable connection of the internet, you can start some free classes. Let's say, for example, you want to be a designer, maybe a designer in, let's say, for example, in my field, like engineering, we usually use some softwares. The common one is called AutoCAD, and you can see AutoCAD cuts across all engineering, even in architecture. And someone can learn from scratch on YouTube. So you don't need to pay anyone or to join any classes for you to know how to do the design. That's just one example. Another example is you can also learn how to code and even create apps. Another example, you can also learn how to do maybe some animation, video animation. You can use that for adverts, something of the sort. So basically what I'm trying to say is the internet has lots and lots of opportunities, only if you are disciplined enough to focus and to remain committed until you get the skill which can help you at least make some extra cash.
Okay, so to our amazing viewers, for me, I think my takeaway has been, you know, learning a skill. It's very important, and you've been having focus on it, okay,
exactly.
and working towards it and making sure that it's working for you. So once again, Thank you, Pridin, for hosting us. What I can say is asante sana. Thank you so much, our amazing media crew. It's because of them that we're actually having even this content today. Definitely, CITAM Technologies, they still got you. If you're looking for softwares, computer hardwares, actually you can also reach out to them. So that said, this is Story Corner. Follow me on Instagram, Sifa Katami, Facebook, Sifa Katami Story Corner, and YouTube, Sifa Katami. Have an amazing day.